I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Welcome back to All the Foods. Today we're covering Eccles Cakes. And yeah, we're going to go through our usual stuff. We're going to cook it, and then we're going to film ourselves trying it. And this is going to be fun.
Hello. Well, Eccles Cakes. Now, where did they come from? Well, there's a lot of competing claims about who actually came up with the recipe. We think it's been going since the 1700s. Certainly by the 1800s there were more than one outlet in Eccles selling them. If you don't know Eccles, it's a small town to the west of Salford that's been cut in half by the M602. But it does have this eternal claim to fame that it's the home of the Eccles cake. Now, I've been looking around for recipes and I've not found two that are exactly the same. So we've picked the easiest one and I'll go through the ingredients. There's 140 grams of sugar, though we have to split that later. Same with the butter, start off with 40 grams, but again we'll split that off a bit later. 225 grams of currants, 25 grams of candied peel, a pinch of nutmeg, and as you can see, we're not going to attempt to make the pastry this time. We've bought some ready-made puff pastry that we've just defrosted. And it's also a good idea to have a bit of flour to roll the pastry on. Hello. First thing you need to do is to split out the sugar and the butter. You need 110 grams of the sugar into a saucepan and then 25 grams of the butter. And I guess we mix it up. What should we... Do you think it's a finger job, Simon? Or
yes.
A spoon job?
I'd say spoon.
Okay.
Satisfying crunchy noises. Now that the butter has been mixed probably decently, we are going to cook on medium heat on the stove
Until the butter has melted. Okay, so now you can see and smell that the butter has started to melt. So we now add the currants.
It now just looks like a black void because of the lighting conditions.
And the candied peel. And a pinch of nutmeg. Just a little more, just to be sure. Okay, and then just mix them up together a bit.
Welcome back to All the Foods.
Okay, once you've got them mixed nicely together, we're already getting a nice smell off this, aren't we, Simon?
Oh yeah.
You just take them off, take the pan off the heat.
It smells like Christmas.
Okay.
Funnily enough.
Right. Here's the fun part. Get the pastry.
Whack it down.
And put it down on your surface. And you need to get this to 1/4 of an inch thick.
Oh gosh, it's a bit annoying.
Okay, do a bit of rolling the other way as well, Simon.
What do you mean,
Yeah.
from there?
No, like, yeah.
Sort of vertical.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really vertical or horizontal. It's
Yeah.
flat. On.
Right, so now you want your baking sheet here, and we need 10-inch discs. 4-inch discs.
How many are we making? Just 2?
It should stretch to 10, but...
I doubt it with this cutter.
Yeah. Hello. Right, now the recipe said we should be able to make 10 4-inch diameter cakes. We've only really got 6 here. Whether they're too thick or the ingredient balance wasn't right, I don't know. But anyway, once you've got your discs, they then want a spoonful of the mix on each disc. Maybe put a little too much on here, maybe. Yes, not too sure about the proportions of this recipe, but we give it our best, as we always do, don't we, Simon?
Yep. Well, except for that one time, but I forgot about that one, so forget it.
Okay. So now...
Well, that smells nice.
You draw the pastry up over the filling. Obviously brush off any excess.
Looks a bit like a weird taco.
Okay, so we'll then you pinch it to seal, a bit like a pasty, I suppose. So they look like, yeah, little Cornish pasties. And because we've got a load of gunk on the sheet, we'll have to just put them on here for the moment. Right, what we've done now is we've sealed the filling so that they look a bit like Cornish pasties at the moment. Then you want to use the rest of the butter. So, it's spread fairly lightly over your baking tray. Okay, now you turn the pasties over so that the seal is now at the bottom. And then, and this is probably the difficult part, you roll them back into a round shape.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, so now you're here, you have our not particularly round Eccles cakes, but these will do, and you cut 3 slits on the top of each one.
And why do we do that?
To allow steam to escape during the cooking. Right, okay. Then you add a little bit of water onto the top of each.
Don't add too much.
You're supposed to use a brush. I don't think we've got one, so just have to use a little from the glass. And then add the rest of the sugar. then, is it so fellow?
Yes.
It's in the oven for about 15 minutes or until the edges have gone golden brown.
No.
Okay, so when they're nice and golden on the top, as these are, a bit misshapen but not looking too bad, put them on a rack to cool.
It looks sort of like pastries.
Okay, and in about 10 minutes we'll have the taste test.
Okay, so for new time viewers, I know that we've been getting a few more on the channel recently. This is the point of the video, which is pretty self-explanatory. We taste test. So right here we have our cake, and I'll let Dad go first.
Okay.
I think he likes it.
We may have made the pastry a little too thick, but otherwise I think it's pretty bob on. What do you think, Simon?
Cheers. Yeah, pastry's a bit thick. I like the texture. And it tastes amazing, actually. Wow. You should be jealous. Do you want a bit? No, you can't have it. Can't have it.
So, I'd say that's a reasonable success, don't you, Simon?
Mm-hmm.